So, what is a Lewis structure? A Lewis structure is a diagram that shows the bonding and lone pairs between atoms of a molecule. All right. So, I'm going to teach you guys how to do this with a couple questions, a couple sample questions. We're going to start really simple here. Draw the Lewis dot structure for sulfur. All right. So, basically, the process for drawing a Lewis structure is you use a periodic table and you see which group sulfur is in. In this case, we're in group 6. All right. So, I'm going to draw group 6 here. Okay. So, that's just going to tell you how many valence electrons sulfur has. So basically now what you do is you draw your S for sulfur, and we know we have 6 valence electrons because we're in group 6. Now just for the purposes of explanation, I'm going to draw these lines here. Basically what I'm trying to show you is that there's different sections of where you're going to put your electrons. So you're going to go around counterclockwise, clockwise, doesn't matter. I like to start at the top. I'm just going to go clockwise. But again, doesn't matter which way you go. You just got to fill in each space with 1 electron first. So there's 4 electrons, so we need 2 more. So just keep going, go around a second time, and stop there because now we're at 6. And that's pretty much it. So now I'm going to redraw this without the lines. And that's your final answer. There's the Lewis structure for sulfur. Pretty easy, right? But yeah, obviously this isn't the hardest type of question you're going to get. This is actually like basically the most easy question you could get. So we're going to move on to the next question, a bit more complicated. So now I2. Now in this case, we have 2 atoms bonded together. But we're going to start this question off the same exact way. We always start the same way. Use your periodic table, see which group iodine is in. In this case, again, find your iodine, group 7. So now draw your I for iodine. We're going to do the same process as before, go all the way around. There's 4. We need 3 more to make 7. And there is your iodine. But now we need I2, right? So we need to draw another one. And now the last step here is you need to make sure you draw your bond. So whenever you have a couple atoms bonded together and you need to draw the Lewis structure of that, you got to represent the bonds with lines. And lines are always going to be, or bonds which are represented by lines, are just 2 electrons, right? So what you do is you find where you have the singular electron. So in this case, we only have 1 electron that's by itself in both atoms, right? And so those are going to combine together and form your bond. And then you just fill in your electrons. And that's your final answer. Right? So now let's move on to this last question. We do one more. Draw the Lewis structure for N2. So again, same process. Use your periodic table, see which group nitrogen is in. We're in group 5 now. Okay, nitrogen, we need 5 electrons. But we need 2 of them, so we're going to do it one more time. And now, so a common question students have is how do I know how many bonds to put? Because sometimes you have double bonds, sometimes you have triple bonds. In this case, we're going to have a triple bond, and the reason is because now we have 3 lone electrons on both nitrogens. So we've got to make sure that we pair those up. And that's going to be a triple bond. And there's your final answer. So yeah, there's a brief lesson on Lewis structures. Hope this was helpful. If you guys found this video helpful, check out the description below where I have a link to my website where I have more content. All right. Thanks, guys.